Black people cannot live or work here. Every job is reserved for the whites. Every task performed by white people. And yet the residents of this town insist they're not racist.
It's us, the Boers. We don't take part in this. And we're not going to. And we're not going to go away. And we're the rightful owners of this land.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And we're the rightful owners of this land.
Hey, this is Janetta. I'm telling you, really, I'm happy, right? I'm happy. You understand? I'm happy. I'm not happy because of things going on, but I am happy. I am happy, happy, happy because there's a change coming about. There's this giant of a man called Julius Malema that's there in South Africa. And you know one thing? He ran for president. And when he ran for president, because of the circumstances of South Africa and the mentality of we black people in South Africa, when he talked about allowing other countries to come into South Africa and we would get rid of these borders, and then we have other countries coming in everywhere. South Africa would be coming into Kenya. I mean, they would, you know, you would meet people all over the world, all over the continent, being able to move freely as one country instead of all these little bitty countries. So right now in South Africa, now as much problem South Africa have with apartheid, with them I'm sorry, I won't say crackers, with them white people in South Africa, in apartheid, putting people in jail and killing them and everything. And the Nigerians came to rescue them, and I'm sure Zimbabweans did something to help them too. I'm positive.
Someone says, don't tell us about Nigerians. You even go to an extent of saying Nigerians gave us money for our liberation. It's true. From the civil servants of Nigeria, monies were deducted from them to support the liberation of South Africa. So today we're in a comfortable place. We say we don't want them.
But you know, when Zimbabwe pulled away from domination and control of white people, English white people, then everybody got mad at them. Well, I learned something when I went to Cuba. You know, I used to think Cuba Castro was so bad. I didn't realize that the reason why Cubans were suffering so much is because of sanctions. Sanctions. Their neighbors couldn't send them some. They tried to fix it so Cuba would be on their knees begging. Now that's what they did. And the Cuban people, they didn't know themselves, but most of the Cuban people that first ran out of Cuba were the rich people, because that's what Castro did. He tried to promote equality in the country. And that came against because he wouldn't bow down to the United States. But they love the white people in the United States. They love them. They think they're better than whatever. But that's the same way here. Now, when you listen to it, I'm going to play you a video where you'll hear these South African people, black people like me and you, black people, talking about the Zimbabweans got to leave, the Nigerians got to leave, everybody got to leave. The South Africa's only for South Africa. Now, and why do they say the Nigerians, the Zimbabweans, and all the other people have to leave South Africa? Because they say they're taking their women, they're taking their men, they're taking their jobs, they're taking advantage of their health care that they have in South Africa.
If you know that you are not a South African citizen, may you please stand up and leave our hospital.
Go back and fix your own country. Go and face your own government. South African public hospitals and clinics are for South Africans and nobody else. We also have...
In 1994, Mandela was felt strongly about having open borders, about welcoming Africans from across the continent. What do you think about that?
I think that is the highest level of sellout. You can't, when South Africans were in exile, they were in camps, and they were restricted to go to other part of those countries. So why do you allow foreigners to go all over in South Africa and run business and make girlfriends? And I mean, South Africans, they can't even have their own girlfriends because the foreigners have taken over the girlfriend space.
to South African. I hate foreigner. I hate Krikamba. I hate Kwara. I hate Zaizai. I don't like foreigner. Foreigner must go to their country. I hate foreigners. I am xenophobic. I hate, again, I hate times and times. I don't know how many times. I hate foreigners. I am xenophobic. I don't like foreigner because foreigners, I don't have a child because of foreigner. Ramaphosa, take these foreigners to their country, right?
Now, those people that really took South Africa, they are 10% or less of the population, but they own 70% of the land and territory and businesses in South Africa. Now, these people want the Zimbabweans and the Nigerians and all the people to leave South Africa so they can have jobs. Not ownership, but jobs. You know, the people that got the land, stole the land from them, they can stay. The people that are killing them and getting away with it, they can stay. The key people that have them in apartheid and been killing them, they can stay. But doggone it, get them Nigerians out or get them Zimbabweans out because they coming in and getting our job. But hey, I want you to listen to this and then you talk to me.
You are foreigners because you have nothing to show. You go around claiming this is your country. Let's go outside. Show me papers that confirms you are the owner of this country. There's nothing. You don't own anything. Yet you call people foreigners. You are a foreigner yourself because you do not own. Today, you are fighting with Zimbabweans. You are all fighting to be Negroes. You are fighting to work for a white man. You are not fighting for the land. All of you joined forces together against Zimbabweans. What's wrong? No, they are taking our jobs. Why? Because you want to be workers. You don't want to be the owners of strategic sectors of the economy. All you are fighting for is jobs. Who's going to give you these jobs? It's a white man. You are all now fighting to work for a white man.
Julius Malema, I'm going to tell you something. I'm praying for you, brother, because these people, those people crazy. Who they need to be fighting is not each other. We don't need to be fighting us, African. I don't care where you go in the world. Them folks, when it comes to us, they don't want us around. What you think the United States is doing? They're not cherry picking. They taking them Africans out of there. They taking the Jamaicans out of there. They taking anything with a black face first out of there. Then they'll lower it down to where it got, they're a little lighter and a little lighter. But when it comes to them white faces, they come from these other countries, Venezuela, or all these other countries that come into the United States. They're not picking them. Then they're telling the African countries what they can do now. And you want to go to the United States, and if an American white man gets off the plane, you are so happy. Why? And they're coming over and getting your women. They're coming over and taking your wealth. And some of them are coming over there and getting jobs because they're hiring each other. They own everything. You can get a job in Africa, in South Africa, if your face is white. They'll give you a job. But if your face is black, that's another story. You come from Ghana, Nigeria, or wherever. But the South African men and women that are worried about other people stealing their men and women and making them their wives and taking them from them, you got to check out what's wrong with you. I would be blaming these people. But let's look at this. I want you to just look at it and then talk to me. I'm totally embarrassed. But there's South Africans are not the only ones that think and talk like this. You know, that was the same thing in the United States. A lot of black people are so happy that they're getting rid of those foreigners. They're so happy. Like that because when the foreigners were coming in, I imagine they're coming in and they were taking advantage. They were doing some things for the foreigners they hadn't done for black people. I understand that. I understand that. But now the foreigners getting ready to leave. Do you know those foreigners help our economy? Do you know those foreigners pay taxes? You know, when they get rid of all those people, yeah, some of them are robbers and rapers in there, but if they get rid of all the robbers and rapers in the United States, oh my gosh, we'd be in heaven. But no, they want to get rid of everybody. So that's the same way in South Africa. They think they want to get, some of those people are working for some of the Nigerians. Some of the people are working for Zimbabweans. Some of those people are working for people that came from other countries that see opportunities that they didn't have in their country that they have in South Africa. They bring information. You learn things from people that come from other countries. You give opportunities, and you can go to their country. What's stopping you from going to Zimbabwe? The freedom of movement is what we're looking for, the opportunities to be one country. And to live in peace, learn how to live in peace with each other. The very people we should be fussing and fighting with are the people we're bound down to. Yes, sir, Mr. George, or whatever the name is. And you allowing them, you fixing them. You know, you don't argue with them. 70% of the wealth of South Africa belongs to people that came over and invaded and took over and took land, and they're telling you on your own land, that it would be very unfair if you took it back from them. And if you want it back, you have to pay them for it. Land that they stole from you, they got nerve enough to tell you they want you to pay for it. And you're not telling them people to go home. They can go back to Europe. They go back to Europe. They don't belong there. The continent, they're not belong. They weren't born in. Some of them were born on this continent, but they're not African by heritage. I'm African by heritage. I don't care what the rest of them people say. I'm African by heritage, and I'm entitled. I should be anyway, to the wealth of Africa, and Africa is really wealthy. If we put all this energy together, like Julius Malema is saying, you put this energy together, and we point the gun to the real enemy, and we work together, ain't no stopping us.
We should fight people for the land, and that we want our land, because with our land we will not be workers, we will be the owners of the land, and we will produce for ourselves and for all.
Ain't no stopping us, and there won't be any temporary action. Once we take over, once we get things straight, and they know it, there'll be nothing on the planet more powerful than Africa or the African people. Nothing. That puts a smile on my face. I just wish I'd be here when it happened, but won't be here. Okay. Yeah. The American empire is falling. Yeah, empire is falling. When we get things over again, when we become strong, we will not have an empire. We will not have an empire. We'll have the dignity enough to know that everyone has their own strengths and power, that we should allow people to grow and to build and what they're best at, what they can accomplish the best. And we live in a world together. No one in the world is as compassionate as Black people when they're compassionate. So let's get compassionate with each other. Okay. I'm going to sign off and say goodbye, but put some thought to it, baby. All right, this is Janetta. But hey, make sure that you say you like me, because I get offended if you don't. Well, just make sure you like me. And also comment, please comment. Just because I'm old, that don't mean you can't comment. Comment, correct me if I'm wrong, and just subscribe. I need some more subscribers. Subscribe and share it, because there's some people that need to be pulled up and to feel good about themselves. And that's what I want to do. Make you feel good about yourself, because you're worth everything. You're worth more than you can even think or imagine. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. See you later. Hey, this is Janetta, and you're watching Africa Speak.